Hello, how to solve this exponential problem and find the value of t that satisfies this equation. This is t power t equals 44. Now, we are looking for the value of t that we are going to raise to the power of itself that will give us 44. For instance, if t equals 1, that means t power t means 1 power 1, and this gives us 1, and this is not 44. If you have t equals 2, that means you have 2 power 2. This is 4, and this also is not 44. If you have t equals 3, this is 3 power 3. That is 27, and this is not 44. And if you have t equals 4, that is 4 power 4, and this is the same thing as writing 256. And this is obviously greater than 44, and it's not the same thing as 44. Now, all these numbers here, starting from 1, we are comparing it to 44, and we have discovered the range of values of t because the whole number here at 3 gives us 27, and the whole number here at 4 gives us 256. And 27 is less than 44, while 256 is greater than 44. And this happens when t is between 3 and 4. So the range of values of t is between 3 and 4. So we can say that 3 is less than t, while t itself is less than what? 4. This is the range of values of t that satisfies this particular equation. But we are looking for the actual value. So one way of doing this is to consider testing 3.1. You raise it to the power of 3.1 again. Will this give you 4? You can make use of your calculator. Then if that doesn't, you consider 3.11. Then you have raised to the power of 3.11. This also gives you 4. If it doesn't, you continue just like that. And obviously, this is time consuming. So to solve this particular problem, t power t equals 44, we consider what we call natural log. We take the natural log of t to the power of t equals natural log 44. And once you have natural log a power p, this gives you p times natural log a. So natural log t power t will give you t times natural log t, and this equals natural log 44. But that is not all. We have this particular equation here. This is t times natural log t equals natural log 44. How do we solve this? This will lead us to what we called the Lambert W function. And in this particular function here, in fact, this function here is represented with capital letter W, that is the Lambert W function. And you apply it to an expression such as x times e power x, and your result is x. You can also apply it when you have numbers, maybe 3 times e to the power of 3, and your result is 3. You can apply when you have another variable, maybe p times e to the power of p, and your result is p. Now, this function here is what will help us to solve this equation here. Now we are going to convert this part of the equation to a form just like what we have inside this bracket. So to achieve that, remember that if you have e power ln of x, this is the same thing as writing x, because e raised to the power of ln cancels itself out, and you have x here, which is the x here. So e power ln of x is the same thing as having x here. And if you have e power ln of t, that means we can have t as the result. So coming over here, since we are trying to model this particular function, this form, so there must be x here. That means the t here, and there must also be e. How do we input e here? So in order to achieve that, we can replace this t here with e power ln t. So we replace t with e power ln t, which is the same thing as t, because e raised to the power of ln cancels itself, and we have t as the solution, as the output. So this means that t times ln t equals, I'm just recopying the ln 44, the equation that you want to solve. Instead of writing t here, you replace it with e power ln t. So this now multiplies ln t, and this equals ln 44. That is impressive. So the next step we are going to take will just be to rearrange this, because according to this particular expression, the x comes before e power x, right? So let's rearrange this. We have the ln t before e to the power of ln t, and this equals ln 44. So at this point, we can apply the Lambert W function. If we apply it here, you need to also apply it here. And from this particular identity that I said, if you have Lambert W function of x times e power x, you have x. Lambert W function of 3 times e power 3, you have 3. Lambert W function of p times e power p, you have p. So the Lambert W function of ln t times e power ln t, we have ln t here, equals the Lambert W function of ln 44. So right now, we are solving for t, so let's eliminate ln. F e power ln t equals e power the Lambert W function of ln 44. So from here, this cancels this. Of t equals e power the Lambert W function of ln 44. So this becomes officially our solution. This is our solution. Now to get that value of t, what you need to do is to make use of a calculator and type in this. Of t equals e to the power of, you might not see this particular function there, but what you likely see is product logarithm or product log. You have product log of natural log. There's natural log in your calculator, 44. And once you have e raised to the power of product log of natural log of 44, you have your answer. And the answer is approximately, you have, this is 3.229. 3.229. Or you can even express it as 3.22866. 3.22866 into 5 decimal places. 3.22866 into 5 decimal places, or approximately 3.229. So t power t equals 44 is the same thing as having 3.229 power 3.229 will give you approximate value of 44. That is our answer. So how long will it have taken you using this trial method here to test and get the value of 3.229? How long will it have taken you? That's why this formula is very important. So that is it, guys. Thank you and goodbye.